Hello once again, everyone. Bill Kelso along with Dan Etsy. Dan, welcome to the broadcast.
Thank you.
We are here at Lacoste Park in Tecumseh, Ontario for the 2024 Men's National Baseball Championships, and it's the host team. The Tecumseh Thunder will take on British Columbia, which mostly from Coquitlam, BC. So it should be an interesting matchup.
Absolutely.
And of course, Tecumseh with the home field advantage. More ways than one, I suppose, but they got the home field here in this particular contest as we will start this contest very shortly. Thunder will be taking the field momentarily. There's a look at British Columbia's lineup. There's the 9 batters. They'll be, and Caligani is the pitcher. Dean Caligani is the starting pitcher. And that's the defensive alignment for Tecumseh. Goddard at first, Anderson at second, Warkentin at short, Kibble at third, LaMantia in left, Miller in center, Barker in right. And of course the catcher is Cunningham, and we'll get those first names out for you momentarily as we go across the into the game here. There's a look at the skyline, part of Tecumseh, Ontario. Nice shot, isn't it?
Absolutely. Looks beautiful here tonight. Should be an absolutely great baseball game here tonight. Chris Horvath on the mound for the Tecumseh Thunder. He's been to a few of these tournaments over the years and certainly knows how to pitch in big games. So expecting an excellent baseball game here this evening.
He'll be wearing uniform number 21, and his catching mate will be Eric Cunningham, who is happily be wearing number 3. So that's the catching mate here in this contest tonight. Horvath's a pretty big guy.
He is a very big man.
Yeah, he's tall.
Very big.
He's about 6'4", 6'5" at least.
Looks very dominating on the mound. I mean, you'll see when his wind up here when he starts to pitch, he gets right on top of you with his stride off the mound. So BC's definitely going to have their hands full tonight.
You're right, he is a big guy. Those guys can be intimidating, especially if they can bring it.
Absolutely, and I mean, he's definitely one of those guys, like I said, a veteran guy that's been around and definitely can bring a good hard fastball along with some great off-speed stuff for sure.
First batter he'll face will be Sam Olalanowicz, I believe is how you pronounce it.
I think that's right.
He's the shortstop. He'll wear number 2. He'll be followed by Darren Honeysott and then Nolan Anderson, the first 3 batters in British Columbia's first inning of play. Just finishing his warm-up tosses now. Getting a bit of a shade over the field now as the sun is starting to set.
Yes, I was out in Woodsley all day, and I mean it's pretty shaded out there, but it was great to see the sun and the warmth out. A couple of great baseball games that we watched out there, and
weather's been great.
Definitely looking forward to a little bit of a cooler evening here, though. I think everyone is. So.
Just looking forward to this contest. It'll be very, very interesting how things unfold.
Set to go. Leading off for British Columbia, the shortstop, number 2, Sam Olalanowicz.
Sam Olalanowicz is the leadoff hitter, right-handed hitter. Again, wears number 2, plays the shortstop position. He'll be the first batter to face Chris Horvath. Welcome aboard, everybody, here at Reed Digital. We're here for the tournament. Getting set to start this contest.
It's been an exciting first day of games here for sure, and definitely this one is going to be no different here. This is kind of one of the key games of the day, and the host team finally getting their tournament off and running here as well, so I'm sure they're excited to be on the field in front of a big crowd.
First pitch off of Horvath was a ball, so it's 1-0, and here's the 1-0 pitch. In for a strike, 1-1. 1-1 the count. Again, first batter of the night for either side.
That's going to be a big key to the game for Horv tonight. Make sure he gets ahead on batters here and
slice foul down the right, or rather the left, the right side.
Allow him to be able to use his off-speed stuff for sure.
Counts 1-2. 1-2 the count on Alanovich. One-two pitch on the way. Sliced foul again down the right side. Count remains 1-2. One and two the count. First batter of this game. And the pitch. Look out. Did it hit him? I think it did. At least I think the umpire is signaling that it hit him.
Yeah, Cutts is going to have a quick chat with him here, and I think they're going to get together and have a chat here now, but that was pretty close. I don't know if it actually
was it a hit or a swing?
I don't think he swung. Looked like he held up a swing. They might be checking that as well, but I think they're going to look and see right now what it is.
And it is a hit batsman. So a runner aboard.
The center fielder, number 25, Darren Honeysett.
Darren Honeysett. Honeysett, left-handed batter, wearing number 25, the left fielder, with a runner on first and nobody out. Horvath delivers. It's up high and wide. 1-0. 1-0 the count to Honeysett. The 1-0 pitch up high, make it 2-0. So the count has run to 2-0. Again, runner on first. Nobody out. We've just started this one.
Horvath looks like he's having a little bit of trouble with the mound right now. It looks like they really soaked it good and really digging in, trying to get a hole in there to get his foot down.
And the pitch. In for a strike. It's 2-1. Yeah, it does look a little wet from our vantage point, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That will dry out as the evening goes on and the pitchers kind of tear it up with their cleats, but that's always tough when you can't get your foot in to get that kind of that hold on the rubber to be able to push off. It becomes a little bit unsettling for sure.
Quick throw to first. Getting back safely is Alanovich. Two-one pitch on the way. It's inside. Make it 3-1. So the count goes to 3-1. Again, runner on first. Nobody out. We've just started this one. Horvath has thrown a lot of pitches early. Even it's just the first two batters.
And he's been known to go deep in counts. But again, veteran guy that's going to settle in here and he'll find his release point. BC's doing a pretty good job right now of working him deep into counts, making him throw pitches, which is good. So
they're being patient at the plate, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
As it was sliced foul on the left side, so the count now is full 3-2. Let's see if the runner goes too. Quick throw to first. Just keeping him honest. It wouldn't surprise me if the first runner takes a chance.
I mean, full count right now, you want to stay out of the double play. I mean, it looks like he's got a little bit of speed.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
See what happens here.
Let's see what happens. Here's the payoff pitch. Sliced into towards center field on the run and making the grab and out. Nice play by the center fielder.
What a great catch there by Miles Miller.
Miles Miller with a fine running catch to make the first out.
Talking to Jamie Kell before this tournament, Miles is one of the new players added to the Tecumseh roster this year, and you can see why right now. Watch the ground that he covers here, going to his left. Just an absolutely great diving play there to come up with that.
Pretty athletic.
Absolutely.
The third baseman, number 5, Nolan Anderson.
The third baseman, Nolan Anderson, one on and one out here in the top of the first inning to square off against Horvath. Horvath sets and deals. It's low, 1-0. 1-0 the count on Anderson.
I'll try and do my best to give as much info as I can here about this BC team, but it's one of the areas that I don't really have a lot of coverage of with my website. Lots of info about Tecumseh, obviously, and a few of the other teams that are here, but I'll do my best to try and sift through some websites here throughout the evening and see what information I can find about them.
Absolutely.
They had a very good run through their playoffs last year to earn the right to come to this tournament.
And the pitch. Fouled to the right side. Counts 1-1. Actually, 0-1, I should say, sorry. 0-1 the count on Anderson. One out, one on if you've just joined us. Here at We Digital. Beautiful day now into the early evening here in Tecumseh, Ontario. Quick throw to first.
Horvath doing an excellent job of keeping him close. Even if they are getting ideas of running here, it's, a few throws over to first will get you a little bit flat-footed and going to give your catcher Cunningham a chance to be able to throw him out.
The 1-1 pitch. Chop towards third. Long throw to first, and he gets him. So, 2 out. Runner goes to second on the play. Good play by the third baseman. That was Patrick Kibble with the throw to first. At no play at second. So there's 2 out. And it's going to bring up the right fielder.
Right fielder, number 10, Grant Malm.
Grant Malm is the batter.
Our 2024 Home Run Derby champion from last evening.
Oh, I guess that answers my next question. Can he hit?
He's got some power.
Left-handed batter.
He put on quite a show here last night, and that was
wow.
before the fireworks even went off.
Wow. So he'll square off against Horvath. So lefty against a righty. This will be interesting. Two out, one on. Top of the first inning. First pitch to Mom is up high. 1-0 the count.
Horvath doing a pretty good job of working through some jitters here. Like I said, he's been to a few of these tournaments, but you get a big crowd like this and you're playing at home, still going to have some nerves out there on the mound for sure.
Good low strike, 1-1 count. So he evens the count at 1 apiece. Left center fielder Matt Clancy on deck for British Columbia. 1-1 pitch on the way. It is called strike. Looked a little low from here, but that's just my viewpoint.
A lot of low strikes. You're going to find a lot of low strike zones with the umpires here this weekend. In the games I've watched today, they've done an excellent job of being very consistent with that.
Which is what you're looking for.
Absolutely, absolutely.
The 1-2 pitch. Struck him out.
Great change up there.
And that retires the side. No runs, no hits, and no errors. And the score at the end of a half an inning as we come to the Tecumseh side of things. We are scoreless here at Tecumseh in Lacoste Park. Good strikeout.
Absolutely. And that's his out pitch. That changeup is going to be a big pitch for him all night. That's going to keep batters off balance, especially guys like Grant Malm who have a lot of power. They're going to be looking for fastballs.
There's a beautiful shot of where we're at and everything else. Isn't that a gorgeous shot?
And it's been, you know what, I was here for the elimination tournament a few weeks ago, but I'll tell you what, this park looks absolutely amazing.
They've done a fantastic job here.
It looks beautiful.
It's been a couple of years since I've been here, so you certainly notice the difference.
Absolutely, and just looking at the different amenities and stuff that's around the facilities, I mean, it's just a world-class facility here that they have going. It's beautiful here.
Batters to start for the Tecumseh Thunder. Like I say, being the host team for Ontario. Josh Anderson, Eric Cunningham, and Dan Workington are your first 3 batters for Team Tecumseh. The Tecumseh Thunder, host team of the tournament. Left-handed pitcher, Dean Caligani. A left-hander will square off against, as I mentioned, Anderson, Cunningham, and Workington. Just about ready to get the bottom half of the first inning underway. Good crowd on hand here in Tecumseh for this one. A lot of locals are taking in this game.
Yes, I could attest for that personally because I'm parked somewhere out in the back 40 right now. When I had to park to come into the park coming in from
No, you parked in Bell River, but that's okay.
Leading off for your Tecumseh Thunder, playing second base, number 5, Josh Anderson.
So Josh Anderson is the first batter for the Tecumseh Thunder. Righty against the lefty. Wears number 5 and takes the first pitch in for a strike. It's 0-1. All inside and low, make it 1-1. So 1-1 the count. Caligani, a left-hander, sent wide of third, and the count goes to 1-2. So 1-2 the count. Doesn't really throw hard. At least I haven't seen it yet.
Pitchers like this can be very effective at tournaments, though.
It'll be location more so than anything else.
Absolutely.
And here's the 1-2 pitch. Hits slowly to second. Long throw to first, and he gets him. Nice play by the second baseman, David Cron. 4-3, and it's 1 out. In the Tecumseh Thunder first inning is going to bring up the catcher, Eric Cunningham. Right-handed batter.
The catcher, number 3, Eric Cunningham.
Cunningham, a stocky catcher. That tells me, does he have power?
He has a little bit of power. Absolutely.
First pitch in for a strike, but he's a good-sized guy.
Great hitter, and I mean, Cuts does a great job behind the plate with this pitching staff. You know, watching him over the years of playing senior baseball here in Ontario, it's, you know, he does an excellent job of keeping everyone kind of in the game and making sure that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing.
The 0-2 pitch. That was a ball. It was a good pitch, too. I'm surprised he laid off it.
Close pitch on the inside.
Oh, yeah.
Just missed.
It was close. 1-2 the count. The 1-2 pitch. That was much and more inside, make it 2-2. So the counts run to 2-2 after being up 0-2. Swung on and towards the second baseman. They're going to back up, and he's going to make the play. Almost lost it for a second, but he made the play anyways. Infield grass. 2 up and 2 down on the Tecumseh Thunder first inning.
Made that one interesting.
Bring up the shortstop.
Number 16, Dan Workington.
Dan Workington, shortstop. He's a pretty big guy. Big shortstop.
Yes. Dan knew a couple of years ago to the team. I forget where he went to school, but great player, great shortstop, excellent athlete.
He's a big guy.
He is a big guy.
Shortstops usually aren't that big.
No.
He's
no.
big.
He's very athletic on the field, which is something very useful.
Count is now 2-0 on Workington. Can he run?
A little bit of speed with him, absolutely, yep. He's not your typical 3-hole hitter, let's put it that way. A little bit of speed, has some power. Like you said, bigger set guy.
Yeah, he's
for being an infielder.
Yeah, well, exactly, especially at the shortstop position.
Absolutely.
He's a big guy.
Yep.
That would be intimidating sometimes, I think, for a pitcher, quite frankly. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 2-1. 2-1 the count. 2 outs. Bottom of the first. Still looking for the game's first hit from either side. Although it's early, and here is the 2-1 pitch. Swung on and hit into right center field. It's going to drop in for a hit, extra bases, rolls to the fence. It's going to be a stand-up double for Dan Orkington. First hit of the evening for either side. First hit for Tecumseh.
The designated
It's his
hitter,
first hit of the night, and it was a good one.
Mitch
So
Hoodwagner.
the power to the gap there, able to get that one down. Rolls all the way to the fence. He's able to cruise into second base with a stand-up double.
Bring up Mitch Hoodwagner, DH, wearing number 25. Lefty against the lefty, he pops it up into shallow midfield, and the shortstop's going to make the play. Officially a pop-up to the shortstop in the outfield. No runs, one hit, no errors. And the score at the end of one, we are scoreless.
End of one inning of play.
For an interesting game, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
There's a look at some of the games that we'll be carrying coming up
Going to be
tomorrow.
Going to be some great games here at Lacasse tomorrow, especially within this division.
Yeah.
Ontario's going to have a couple of tough games with Manitoba and Saskatchewan tomorrow, and that's going to mean a lot for standings absolutely going forward. Obviously, Team Ontario is going to be looking to get back in the winning ways here as they drop their first game today, 9-5 to Team Nova Scotia.
Yeah, they'll be definitely looking to get back into things, exactly. There's a look at the games on the 24th, and then we had a host of games here on We Digital. Feel free to tune in. We're going to have some fun this weekend as we get set to start the top of the second inning. Clancy, Cron, and Jackman will be the three scheduled hitters for British Columbia here in the second inning against the right-hander, Chris Horvath. Perfect weather for a ball game, no question about it. The atmosphere is alive in the ballpark.
Absolutely. It's great to see this year. I talked to Jamie Kell before the tournament and asked about ticket sales and stuff like that. And obviously you can see from the crowd that's here tonight, it's even packed down both baselines as well.
That's impressive.
Just an excellent crowd here tonight to take this one in, which is great.
So getting set to start the top half of the second inning.
Leading off the second inning for Team British Columbia, the center fielder, number 27, Matthew Clay.
So Matt Clanny is the batter. I said Clancy, I meant Clanny, so here's Clanny, the center fielder. First pitch. Called strike, 0-1. 0-1 the count to Clanny.
I think it's Clay for his last name, Matt Clay.
Can't read my writing, unfortunately, sometimes.
C-L-A-Y, yeah.
So we apologize. Matt Clay is the batter. And it's now 0-2. So it gets behind. And that's something that Horvath, I'm sure, likes. Up 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch, way outside, make it 1-2.
Good location there for that 0-2 fastball, just off the outside part of the plate, try and get him to chase.
Let's see if he brings it a little more inside this time. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Nope, stayed mostly on the outside, but a bounding ball to second. Quick throw to first, and he gets him. So the second baseman makes the play, Josh Anderson, over to Goddard. 4-3 is the official scoring play. One out, nobody on.
The second baseman, number 6.
He'll bring up the second baseman from British Columbia, David Cron. Righty against the righty.
We'll say the one thing I've noticed about the field here in the games I have seen today is the infield's very fast, very alive. Balls are getting to infielders pretty quick, so they have to make sure they're sharp.
You got to be alert.
Absolutely.
1-0 the count to Cron. The 1-0 pitch. Sliced foul sharply down the left field line. Just missed it.
Just foul.
Good rip.
Not by much.
Count is now 1-1 on Cron.
So like we said earlier in the broadcast, this Coquitlam team won their provincial elimination tournament last year. Able to win their way into this tournament this year.
Well, they've come a long way to get here.
Absolutely. It's definitely not a short trip.
No. Coquitlam, BC. Here's the pitch.
Good pitch there for Horvath.
Excellent pitch. Counts now 1-2. Almost like a delayed call too, but it was a good pitch.
And that's his out pitch, that changeup. He keeps it nice and low in the zone. That's a very tough pitch to hit if he keeps it there all night.
The 1-2 pitch gets him swinging. Second strikeout of the night. Actually, second to the last 3 batters. He has now retired 5 straight batters in this one.
Mitchell Jackman.
They'll bring up the first baseman, left-handed hitting Mitchell Jackman. So here's Mitch Jackman. First delivery from Horvath is up high, 1-0. 1-0 to Jackman. The 1-0 pitch, in for a strike, make it 1-1. So Horvath works the count to 1-1. 2 outs, nobody on. Top of the second, we are scoreless. If you've just joined us. The 1-1 pitch. Down foul, way down the line, out of play. Count is 1-2. So 1-2 the count on Jackman. One-two pitch on the way, just low, make it 2-2. Had a little bit of zip on it too, but just low. Wasn't far away from being a strike. It was
close.
Oh, yeah.
Close, just below the knees. Looked like it was on the inside corner, but definitely looked a little bit low.
The 2-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, he gets him. 2 strikeouts in the inning, 3 in the last 4 batters. No runs, no hits, and no errors. And the score as we go to the bottom of the second. We're still looking for our first run of the game between British Columbia and Tecumseh, representing the host team, Ontario.
Like our champions, we know what it takes to win. Every day we put on our uniforms and we strive to be the best. Ring after ring, we keep practicing until it becomes second nature. Our craftsmen have put in thousands of hours to master their trade. And when things get tough, we make the adjustments needed to stay on top. Baron Championship rings. This is who we are.
We are back here at look at that view. Isn't that a gorgeous view? Again, a look at Tecumseh, Ontario.
Leading off here in the second inning for your Tecumseh Thunder. The left fielder, number 4, Paul LaMantia.
So the first batter for Tecumseh is
Paul Lamantia,
Paul Lamantia.
the left fielder tonight. Paul, another veteran guy that's been on this Tecumseh club for a few years now. He was on the team through their stretch of nationals that they made it to from 2014 to 2018. Won a
So he's
couple
been
of
around a
titles.
while.
He's been around for a while, absolutely.
Playing left field tonight. Right hand batter against the lefty. And the pitch. Low and outside. It's 1-2. 1-2 the count.
Caligari doing the pitching tonight for Team BC. Doing a pretty good job here so far, mixing locations and speeds, which is what you need to do. Gets Lamantia to swing through that one.
And the throw to first. So 1 up and 1 down in the Tecumseh second inning. It's going to bring up the first baseman.
The first baseman,
Cam Goddard.
Number 27, Cam Goddard.
He'll be followed by the right fielder, Ross Barker. First strikeout of the night for Caligari. And the first pitch swung deep to short. Long throw to first, and he gets him.
What a nice play. Good
Play by the shortstop. Alanovich with the play. 6-3. 2 up and 2 down into the Tecumseh Thunder second inning.
Great play there by Islanovic to get over in the hole and makes that throw on the run. It's a tough play.
The right fielder, number 13, Ross Barker.
So right fielder Ross Barker steps up to the plate. Again, another right-handed hitter against the left-handed pitcher. Pitches up high and outside, 1-0. 1-0 the count on Barker. Miles Miller, the center fielder, on deck. Should Barker get aboard? Here's the 1-0 pitch. Make it 2-0. So 2-0 the count on Barker. The 2-0 pitch, low and inside, and make it 3-0. Caligari has thrown 3 straight balls, and all 3 have been close. Here's the 4th one, and he missed that one too. Outside, a walk, so a pass for Barker. He'll bring up Miles Miller.
The center fielder.
He'll be the left-handed hitter against the left-handed pitcher. So center fielder Miles Miller. Patrick Kibble, the third baseman, is on deck. Should Miller get aboard? Quick throw to first. Now what do we got? Question marks going on here. Now the coach coming out too, maybe, or maybe not. I thought he was making his way to the mound or to the field. Don't know what the delay is. Is he being called for a balk? I don't know.
The field manager out for Team BC here to figure out what's going on. Jamie Kell kind of waiting around too to see what the verdict or what the issue is here.
Now they're going to have a conference. Do you think it's a balk, or do you think that he got picked off?
The way that he was kicking his leg up and making that motion, I don't know if they called a balk. And the base runner Barker's on his way to second now, so I'm assuming that's what was called.
We just got to look at that there. He was safe going back, so that wasn't a pickoff anyways.
It's very close to that 45-degree angle. We'll get a look at it here on the replay.
We should get a good look at it, I would think. Let's see. What do you think?
Yeah, that's really close to that 45 degrees that a left-handed pitcher.
But it's been overturned.
So they're going to go back. So I guess the first base umpire saw something that probably gave some information there that helped out. Coach Jamie Kell going to get an explanation here now from the home plate umpire.
It wasn't really definitive to begin with, quite frankly, even by the replay. I really couldn't really tell.
No, it's tough. And I mean, with left-handed pitchers, it's always tough to see, with
almost
that
like
45 degrees.
Yeah,
it's really hard.
Nevertheless, they've made their decision, and back to first base is Barker. Miller. Starting his at bat, left-hander against the left-hander. And the pitch is high and wide, 1-0. Lights are on at the ballpark.
Looks like there's a little bit of action already in the Coquitlam bullpen.
interesting.
Could be just someone just getting loose too, just to get up and throw and not be on the bench. Looks like they might be done already.
Count is now 2-0 to Miller, with Kibble waiting on deck for the Tecumseh Thunder.
Miller had that great catch back in the first inning, full out dive in center field to record the out.
Didn't get the strike call. It's 3-0. 3-0 the count. You know he'll be taking on this one. Runner at first. And the delivery is in for a strike, make it 3-1. So Caligari quick throw to first, not in time.
Caligari doing a good job of varying his moves to first until Barker's having a hard time being able to read whether he has to go back or not.
The 3-1 pitch got a piece of it. So it's now 3-2. Three and two, the count. Runner on first, one out. Pitch is swung on and hit into left field, shallow. Making the grab is the left fielder. Aaron Honey made the play. So no runs, no hits, and no errors. And the score at the end of two, we're still looking for this game's first run between British Columbia and the Tecumseh Thunder.
Good catch there by Honey, set out in left field. That ball hung up for him. And looking at some spots throughout Tecumseh here, just such a beautiful area, very green, lots of water, lots of nice areas around the town for sure.
There's a nice shot there too, setting sun.
I'm smelling something good. That means somebody's been
Look at the crowd, and part of the crowd here, look at that, it's pretty full.
You might be hungry. Food trucks are gonna
Another packed house here tonight, absolutely.
That's impressive.
Get a picture of us waving at you on the way by.
Very good. Bronze medal game is scheduled for 4 o'clock on August the 25th. We'll have that for you in We Digital. And then the gold medal game at 7 o'clock on We Digital.
Should be a great day of baseball that day. It's going to start off at 9 a.m. with the two semifinals that are going to be happening here at Bert Lacasse at 9 a.m. and 12 p.m. And then, obviously, like you said, the bronze medal at 4 and the gold medal at 7. Always a great day at these tournaments. There'll be some great baseball for sure.
Patrick Kibble. But batting now will be Murphy, the DH for British Columbia, will be the first batter.
Mike Murphy due up first. Diego Colburn, the catcher, due up second, and we'll be back to the top of the order for Sam Aslanowicz.
The designated hitter, number 23, Michael Murphy.
So Mike Murphy, the DH, left-handed batter against the right-handed pitcher, to lead off the third inning for British Columbia.
Horvath back out for his third inning of work.
Pitch is fouled away. 0-1 the count. A 0-1 pitch on the way, swing and a miss, make it 0-2.
Good cutter there in on the hands by Horvath.
So Horvath up on the hitter, 0-2. And the pitch. Strike three gets him, third straight strikeout, fourth in the game. And Horvath right now on a nice roll.
Settling in nicely out there now. Like I said, he worked through those first inning jitters, and I think now he's kind of settled in and he's getting himself going here.
Diego Colbord Urgagayo is his full name. Left-handed hitting catcher. And the first pitch. In for a strike, it's 0-1. Go back to the top of the lineup with Alanovich. The third batter scheduled up for British Columbia. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, make it 0-2. Horvath up ahead of Colbord. 0-2 pitch on the way, and he gets him swinging. That is the fourth consecutive strikeout for Horvath. Boy, he's had a nice run. Fielders love it. He's got 5 so far in the evening.
And as an infielder, you can tell right away that ball went around in a hurry. You get it right back in the hands of your pitcher. You got a guy that's on fire like he is right now.
It's like, let's get out of here.
We want to get the ball right back in his hands so he can keep working.
Good point. First batter in the lineup. He's hit by a pitch in his first at bat. And he pops it up. But it's going out of play on the left-hand side, past third base. So it's 0-1 to Alanovich. That's Lavanovich.
Hit by a pitch in his first at bat, clipped him on the back of the hand. That's one of the tougher names I've had this week, and I hope we're pronouncing it right. I think it's Aslanowicz.
Aslanowicz, yeah. Here it is, the 0-1.
We apologize. Hopefully someone will
help us out there
if
we need be. Counts 0-2. 0-2 to number 2.
There you go. 2 outs.
And 2 outs. Good call. Let's see if he's going to try and strike out the side. And the pitch. Chopped to short. Long throw to first, and he gets him. Good play by the shortstop. Warkington, 6-3, 3 up and 3 down in British Columbia's third inning. No runs, no hits, and no errors in the score as we go to the bottom of the third. We are scoreless. And so far, BC yet to register a hit.
Like I said, I've seen Chris Horvath throw these games before, and he's definitely a big game pitcher, and so far he's showing it through 3 innings.
Talk about rhythm now. My goodness.
Absolutely. And as a pitcher, that's what you want to work to do, right? You want to get into that rhythm where you get the ball, you get back on the mound. You see he's wasting very little time between pitches.
And confidence is such a big thing, too.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And he is certainly a determined young man, as right now, that's for sure.
And not to be outdone with Sean Caligari. I mean, 1 hit through 2 innings for him as well.
Exactly.
And, cruising along pretty good out there now as well, too.
So right now, at least early, it's a pitcher's battle.
Absolutely.
Kibble, Anderson, and Cunningham are the next 3 batters up for Tecumseh here in their third inning as things are moving along here.
And you'll notice as the games get more important, you're going to get more of these pitchers duels that are going to be these close, tight 1-run, 2-run games where teams are going to have to be engaged, and it's going to be the teams that win those games that you're going to see playing on Saturday night and into Sunday once you get into the medal games.
Making his way to the plate here for the Tecumseh Thunder.
So a third baseman, Patrick Kibble.
Number 12, Patrick Kibble.
Kibble, a right-hander against the left-handed pitcher. First pitch, sliced foul down the left side, right side. Out of play, so the count is 0-1.
Right over by the town of Tecumseh tent, as well as the backyard bats tent that's down there as well. Lots of great bats in there with.
Pitch was outside, 1-1. 1-1, the count to Kibble. And the pitch, in for a strike, make it 1-2.
Caligari has barely been doing a good job of locating those pitches outside and in, moving it up and down, changing speeds.
again hit foul down the right side. Count remains 1-2. 1-2 to Patrick Kibble. As mentioned, Josh Anderson, the leadoff hitter, will be batting next along with Eric Cunningham. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Got a piece of it. Catcher may have been winged there on that one. Sure he felt it. Looks like he did. Count still 1-2 on Kibble. Caligari delivers. Let's see, they're going to check and see. They did call a strike. He thought he checked his swing, but he apparently did not, and it's a strikeout against Kibble.
See if we get a look at that one on the replay. Looked like he might have went around. More so just out of protection of trying to get out of the way of the pitch as well. But
let's take a look at this.
The second baseman, number 5, Josh Anderson.
Yeah, I would say he did.
Yeah, his barrel breaks the plane there. That's a good call.
First pitch to Anderson. Josh Anderson, the second baseman's a strike. 0-1-1. Good replay.
Absolutely.
Kudos to the crew.
That's what makes umpiring such a tough profession. I mean, we can look at that in slow motion and obviously
we can make a more definitive
answer, but when you're on the field, it's
in the moment.
You know, my dad did this for close to 30 years, and it's certainly not an easy job to do. That's for sure.
No. Pitch is swung on and hit into right field deep. It's in the gap. It's going to go off the wall or the fence, and in with a stand-up double. Actually, went down on a slide on a double for Josh Anderson. His first hit of the night, second hit of the night for Tecumseh, and we have a runner at second base with 1 out. And it's going to bring up Eric Cunningham to the plate. Cunningham popped up to the third baseman his first time up. So a runner on second. Good hit.
Good piece there by Josh Anderson. Stays with that pitch, drives it into the right center gap.
The catcher, number 3, Eric Cunningham.
So Cunningham, who is the catcher on this club, steps up to the plate. And then the pitch. It fouled outside the park on the right side again. Counts 0-1. 0-1 the count on Eric Cunningham. The 0-1 pitch, low, make it 1-1. That was close.
Looked like it might have been just below the knees, so good take there by Cunningham.
The 1-1 pitch, swung on and hit foul to the right side again, out of play. Count is now 1-2.
Get a good look there from that back view, the beautiful new grandstand here at Bert Lacasse Park.
Oh yeah, that pitch is up high and outside, 2-2. Yes, they have done a marvelous job here, as mentioned. Two and two, the count on Cunningham, and the pitch. Strike 3 called, got him. Batter was frozen.
I think he might have been looking for something else there. That was a fastball that caught a pretty good part of the plate there.
2 strikeouts in the
The
inning.
shortstop, number 16.
3 overall
Workington.
for Caligari, and it's going to bring up Dan Workington, the shortstop, doubled his first time up. And again, it's that situation, righty against the lefty. He'll be looking to do some damage here, see if he can get the first run on the board. And to bring a man in, and the pitch. Inside.
That caught him in the foot.
Okay, it did touch him. So he's going to go to first base.
Anderson will have to go back to second on the hit by pitch.
So now there'll be runners at first and second with 2 out.
Yep, caught him right on the front foot, right in the ankle.
Number 25, Mitch.
Luckily, he had that
Hoodwagner.
pad on his foot, which is good. Didn't seem to hurt him.
Mitch Hoodwagner, the DH, lefty against the lefty now. Runners at first and second. Ball's inside, 1-0.
Mitch had a pretty good swing his first time up. Unfortunately, just missed, popped out to the shortstop.
So he's 0 for 1 on the night from Essex, Ontario. Ooh, called strike. 1-1. Pitcher steps off the mound. Resets. Runners at first and second. 2-0. Tecumseh threatening. Pitch is way outside. Catcher does retrieve it. Almost got away from him.
Good block there by Diego Colburn, able to keep Josh Anderson at second there.
So it's 2-1 on the count. Again, runners at first and second. We're still looking for this ball game's first run. Tecumseh would certainly like to make that happen. That's for sure.
Sometimes all it takes is just the one run, and that kind of takes the pressure off everyone else, right?
Pitch was outside, make it 3-1. Well, this becomes interesting. 3-1 the count.
Good hitters count here for Hudvanger. One of Tecumseh's pickups coming over from the Windsor Stars.
Here's the 3-1 pitch. In for a strike, make it 3-2.
It's a good pitch right on the outside corner there. It's a tough one to hit.
3-2. 2 outs. Runners will be moving. Maybe.
Caligari gonna give a quick inside move there, see if he can catch someone leaning.
You know the runners will be going. Here's the payoff pitch. The runners go, and it's a walk. Ball 4, he walked him. It's going to load the bases. So a hit batsman and a walk have now put this game interesting. The bases are loaded here in the third. 2 outs. And it'll bring up the left fielder, Paul Lamantia.
First real jam for either one of the pitchers here tonight is there are 2 outs, but Caligari going to have to do a little bit of work here to kind of try
and
and get
he'll be
out of
facing
this.
a right-handed batter too.
Absolutely.
That just adds to the mix.
With the bases loaded, now batting the left fielder,
And Lyman,
number 4, Paul
Lamantia struck out his first time up, so he'll be looking for revenge, shall we say, for the lack of a better word, especially with the bases juiced.
Yep, big opportunity here for the Thunder as they look to try and open the scoring here this evening.
Bases loaded, 2 out. And the pitch. It's low, 1-0.
Again, in situations like this, I know players want to hit, but at the same time, patience always pays off here too. If you get yourself into a hitter's count, it puts a little bit of pressure on the pitcher as well too to throw strikes.
Oh, no question. This next pitch is going to be interesting. Here's the pitch. Sliced. It hit hard, but off the screen. 1-1 the count. Again, bases loaded.
Big opportunity here for the Thunder, like I said, for sure. Kind of first big scoring opportunity of the game for either teams. As
catcher just got a piece of it in the block and didn't go far. And the count's now 2-1. 2-1 the count. On Lamantia, this should be really interesting.
This always helps the confidence of a pitcher too. When you have a catcher behind the plate that's willing to put their body on the line, he's had 2 big blocks this inning to keep runners from advancing. That goes a long way in the game.
2-1 pitch is fouled off the screen. Now it's even at 2-2. Bases loaded, 2-2. He might get a good pitch to hit.
Well, there's no room to put him, so the pitcher's going to have to come after him, right? Doesn't have a lot of wiggle room here.
No. And the 2-2 pitch on the way. Ground ball hit hard to second. Bobbled, but he made the play, and that will retire the side. an initial bobble from Cron, but he makes the play 4-3 over that. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and the score at the end of 3. We're scoreless. We're still looking for our first run.
Great play there by Cron. And a lot of players panic. They get that little bobble, but he's able to stay with the ball here. That one was hit hard by Lamancia. Knocks it down, stays in front of it. Able to get that ball on to first. Record the out.
So we are going on to the 4th inning. And again, we're still looking for the game's first run. This is a tight contest so far.
Due up in the 4th inning for British Columbia.
And it's good to get this in your first game because, I mean, this will set you up for the rest of the tournament now. If you do get into these situations again in games on Friday and Saturday, this goes a long way to helping a team, already seeing these types of situations and getting ready for those bigger games.
It's interesting. Now we've played 3 innings for each side, just 2 hits in the game.
Absolutely.
And both by Tecumseh.
Yeah.
And both were doubles.
Yeah. Kind of been all or none so far.
Yeah, we have yet to have a single in this game, and now we're just starting the 4th inning. Last game, that was not the case before this one.
Chris Horvath still in control of the mound here.
Oh, there we go.
We'll get this up on my CABC
very good. Good
Twitter
job there,
account
Dan.
after the game. Pitcher Bill and I covering the game here tonight.
A lot of fun so far.
Absolutely. It's great to be able to get back here to Lacasse Park tonight. I've been out at Woodsley all day covering the games out there, and it's been great to interact with the fans as I'm standing there right behind the backstop, but great to get here as well too and see some action.
Darren Honeysett, the batter. Left fielder. Float to center his first time up. First pitch, hit into left field. On the run, and making the grab is the left fielder, Lamantia.
Good grab there by Paul Lamantia. That's not an easy play going towards the fence.
Got to know where you're at.
I'm sure there's some fans down there in the food section that were helping him out.
The 3rd baseman, number 5, Nolan Anderson.
We'll bring up the 3rd baseman, Nolan Anderson. He's 0 for 1 on the night. He grounded out the 3rd his first time up in the 1st inning. 1 out here in the top half of the 4th inning. First pitch, in for a strike. It's 0-1.
Good fastball there, right at the knees.
Mm-hmm. The 0-1 pitch. Ball is hit into left field. Backing up, but not nearly too far, but making the grab again, the left fielder, Lamantia. Back-to-back outs to left field. And there's 2 down here. The British Columbia's 4th inning. Pretty easy play.
And this is a sign of a smart veteran pitcher here who, like you said before, he went through a series of strikeouts that he had on a few batters, and now he's letting his defense do some work and help him out here. So.
Ball heading into the left field, but deep, way back, towards the fence, and he crashed into the wall. Did not get the ball. The runner's going to come up with a stand-up double. Boy, I'd love to get a look at that one again. He really hit the wall hard. He was there at the wall, but didn't get it. Let's get this on the replay.
Good piece there from Grant Malm. He comes some close to getting it. Looks like he just gets tangled up and overran it a little bit and just landed in behind him some, but good piece there by Malm as he's able to get in there for the double.
So a double for Malm, and they'll bring up Matt Clancy. Grounded up the second his first time up. Fouls it away. The count's 0-1. Made a great effort to catch it, but it seemed to lose track of it.
Yeah, he just got tangled up a little bit. He put his head down, thought he got to the spot that he needed to get to, but just overran it by a couple of steps.
Certainly crashed into the wall heavily, too.
Yeah, I hope he's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like he's okay.
Seems to be. Oh, 1 pitch on the way. It's outside, 1-1. 1-1, the count to Clancy. Or Clay, I should say, sorry. Matt Clay.
Yeah. playing center field tonight for Team BC.
Grounded out the second, his first time up. The 1-1 pitch. Low, ball 2.
Pretty
2
good.
and 1.
Pretty good location there from Horvath. It just looked like it might have missed the outside corner.
The 2-1 pitch is swung on and hit. Is it drifting foul? It appears to be yes, and down the right field line.
Just outside the power play.
Had some distance, but it went foul.
It's a scary foul ball.
Those are not fun to watch sometimes, are they? Matthew Clay. Count is 2-2 with 2 out. Runner on second. Horvath delivers. It is down the left field line, but foul.
Clay doing a good job here of working through Horvath's assortment of pitches, trying to find something he can handle here.
Been a tough out.
Yes, he has. And an extended at bat in his first at bat as well. So,
And he's worked it count to 2-2. 1 on, 2 out. 2-2 pitch on the way. Strike 3 called, got him.
good fastball there from Horvath.
Horvath gets the strikeout, no runs, 1 hit, and no errors. And the score as we go to the bottom of the 4th, we are scoreless here at Lacoste Park in Tecumseh.
Every child should learn how to swim for health, for safety, and for fun. That's why we've started Canada's Swim Team. Learn to swim at least 25 meters on your own, and you're on the team. Canada's Swim Team. It's that easy. Help make us the world's largest swim team by adding your name at getswimming.ca. Ask your parents first. Swimming, the only sport that can save your life.
Oh, we are back at the Canadian Men's National Baseball Championships live from Tecumseh. Look at that beautiful picture. Just a gorgeous shot.
I'd like to thank everybody for being here tonight, and hopefully you're
nice sunset.
Make plans to spend
Someone doing a lot of drone work for us.
As we get set to start the bottom of the 4th inning, it'll be Goddard, Barker, and Miller, the 3 batters.
We've got some great baseball here.
For the Thunder.
And lots more great baseball coming up.
Goddard, the left-handed batter against the left-handed pitcher. I was just mentioning off mic there that
First baseman,
Dan, that Horvath has struck out 6 in his first 4 innings.
Yeah, he's really looked sharp out there. And again, lefty Sean Cagliari here for Team BC has been up for the task so far tonight as well.
Count is now 1-1 in the swing and miss by Goddard, who ground up to short his first time up. The 1-1 pitch. Fouled back. Just got a piece of it, make it 1-2. So 1-2 the count on Goddard. As mentioned, Ross Parker will be the next scheduled batter. Bottom of the 4th. This game has seen only 3 hits so far. And the pitch. Did he go? No, he did not.
Good call, good call.
Make it 2-2.
That was close. That was a great pitch there by Caligari. Nice slider. Almost got Goddard to bite on that one.
2-2 the count on Goddard. Caligari delivers. It's outside and low. And the count goes full. 3-2 the count on Cam Goddard. And the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Nope, he dropped the ball. Catcher dropped the ball. That would have been a strikeout.
Just got a piece of it there.
So the count remains 3-2. Goddard would like to get on if he could. Here's the pitch. Down low, and he walked him. I think he heard me. So Goddard gets a walk to start the 4th inning. It's going to bring up the right fielder, Ross Barker, who actually walked his last time up.
Now batting the right fielder
in the 2nd inning.
13, Ross Barker.
Barker, right-handed hitter. Miles Miller is on deck. Ball hit to short. Flip to second for 1. Back to first, and they worked the double play perfectly. 6-4-3 on the double play. And before you know it, 2 out.
Taylor-made double play ball there. We see on the replay here. Hit back up the middle.
The center fielder, number 11, Miles Miller.
It's going to bring up the center fielder, Miles Miller. He flew out to left field his first time up, so he's 0 for 1. 2 outs, bottom of the 4th, and here's the first pitch. Got a piece of it, but fouled it back or off. I might have hit the umpire.
Middle infield did a really solid job there with Sam Aslanowicz flipping the ball to Cron there and then on to first to
It was a
Jackman.
solid DP.
Absolutely.
Oh, and 1 the count. Bit of a conversation at the mound. 2 out, bottom of the 4th. Still looking for the game's first run. And as mentioned earlier, haven't had a lot of hits so far in this one.
Certainly at a premium right now, but
Things could change.
absolutely.
Pitch was a strike, 0-2. Clicked outside from here. 0-2 the count. And gets him swinging. He's got the throw to first. The long throw, and he gets him. But a strikeout nevertheless to retire the side. No runs, no hits, and no errors. And the score at the end of 4. We're still looking for our first run. We are scoreless here at Lacoste Park in Tecumseh.
We're at the end of 4, and still no score.
Get a nice look inside the brand new renovated dugouts here at Bert Lacasse. Had a chance to walk through the field here before the home run derby, and certainly a lot of detail put into the stuff down on the field as well.
Like you said, they did a lot of great things here. I haven't been here in 2 years, so the difference is certainly striking.
Absolutely.
Horvath just finishing up his warm-up tosses as we get set to start the top of the 5th inning. Game is moving along, and with no score, yeah, it's just a bit more than an hour.
Hour and 7 minutes right now, just starting the 5th.
Yeah. As mentioned earlier, the lights are on. It's then starting to get a little darker, but not dark yet.
Good look at Tecumseh catcher Eric Cunningham as he works with pitcher Chris Horvath through this one. 2 of them doing a pretty good job here so far.
Cron, Jackman, and Murphy are the first 3 batters here in the top of the 5th for British Columbia. So second baseman David Cron, who struck out his first time up. Again, Horvath has struck out 6 in his first 4 innings. Caligari has struck out 3. But he's also had 3 walks and hit bats. But nevertheless, we are still scoreless here on the 5th. And the first pitch in for a strike. It's a 0-1. 0-1 the count to David Cron.
Both teams right now just looking for that little spark that's going to get them going here.
Ball hit sharply for a base hit to left field. Off the bat of David Cron. That's the second hit of the night for BC. First one for Cron.
Good piece of hitting here by Cron as he gets the hands through on that one, gets it past a diving Patrick Kibble at third base and into left field for Team BC's second hit of the evening.
Bring up Mitchell Jackman. He also struck out his first time up. And the first pitch. Low for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Slap foul way down the left field line. Interestingly, the next four batters, including the last one, plus these next three, all struck out the last time up.
Yes, they did. Kind of that red-hot stretch that Horvath had through the second and third inning.
There's a runner on first with a 1-1 count. Pitch to Jackman, slices it foul again, out of play. Counts 1-2. Well, I'm sure Horvath would like to get a K right about now, especially against the left-handed hitter.
Definitely looking for something like that, either that or a nice ground ball here that they might be able to turn to. Working on trying to keep his pitches low here to get the ball on the ground.
The 1-2 pitch on the way. Gets him swinging. Throw it back to first. Not in time at the strikeout. Second one of the night for Jackman. Seventh of the night for Horvath.
The designated hitter, number 23, Michael Murphy.
Michael Murphy, the DH. He also, as I mentioned, struck out his last time up. Another left-handed hitter. Runner on first, one out. Top of 5. And the first pitch from Horvath is in tight, and it went past the catcher. He's going to go to second. So a pass ball. And the runner now on second with 1 out. Don't want to see that if you're Tecumseh.
It's a tough pitch to handle there for Cunningham. He did his best to get his glove on it there, just squirted underneath his glove though, and just enough room there for the BC base runner David Cron to be able to get to second base.
1-0 the count. And the pitch. Ground ball to third. Long throw to first, he gets him. Good play by the third baseman. That was Kibble. Made the play. Runner goes to third on the play, so 5-3 with the runner to the third. And that was Cron going to third, so runner on third with 2 out. And it's going to bring up the catcher, Diego Colbord.
Tell you what, Kibble didn't miss him by much on the tag. He gave him a little swipe on the way by. It looks like he might have just missed him, but that was a lot closer than I thought it was.
2 out, runner on third. Pitch is hit into left field. It's going to drop for a single. Run will score the game's first run. Going to second on a stand-up double is Colbord. Urquiacu gets an RBI as well. And it's 1-0 British Columbia. Here in the 5th inning with 2 outs.
Great piece of hitting there by the catcher Colborn. Able to just drop that one in down the left field line. Didn't try to do too much with that pitch. Team BC finally rewarded here as they have a 1-0 lead here in the top of the 5th inning.
Alanovic hit by a pitch and grounded out to short, so he's 0 for 1 on the night. Count is 0-1, 1 strike, 2 outs, runner on second, 1-0's our score. BC just got the game's first run.
A couple of nice defensive plays by Aslanowicz as well as time called late at the plate.
Batter steps out. So we'll do a reset. 0-1, 2 outs, runner on second. Horvath delivers, swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
Good fastball there from Horvath. Nice and low in the zone.
Well, I'm sure with an 0-2 count, he would like to get out of this inning just allowing a run. Runner at second. 2 out, 0-2 the count. And the 0-2 pitch. Right 3 call, got him. So looking at the pitch, and they get the strikeout. However, run is scored.
2 hits and 1 runner.
1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and the scores will go to the bottom of 5. It's 1-0 for the British Columbia.
So
we'll see how the Thunder answer to this bit of adversity here now. They're down 1-0.
If you look into the field and see those well.
Look at the gold medal game that we will be carrying on We Digital. 7 o'clock. Team A against Team B. It's the gold medal game on August the 25th at 7 o'clock.
Leading off here at the bottom of the 5th inning for your Tecumseh Thunder, the third baseman, number 12, Patrick Kibble.
So third baseman Patrick Kibble is going to lead things off for the Tecumseh Thunder here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Score is 1-0. Thunder with 2 hits in the game. And British Columbia has 3, and they had just 2 the last inning and a run. So they lead 1-0. Pitch is low. It's 1-0. I should say it's 2-1. Is that right?
2 balls and 1 strike. Yeah.
Okay.
Bullpen quiet right now, so this seems like for now it's Sean Caligari's game.
Fouled away. Make it 2-2.
Been doing a great job all evening of being able to mix speeds, mix locations, really keeping the Tecumseh batters guessing right now.
Although he's had 3 walks in his first 4 innings and a hit batsman.
Yes.
But Tecumseh has failed to capitalize.
That's the big thing.
Pitch was a bit inside and he fouls it off. It still counts right 2-2. So 2-2 the count on Kibble with second baseman Josh Anderson on deck. Kibble struck out his first time up. And the pitch. Strikes out again. Twice they struck out tonight. 4th strikeout of the night for Caligari. And it's going to bring up, as mentioned, Anderson, who's 1 for 2, had a double his last time up.
Josh Anderson.
So Anderson steps up to the plate. 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the 5th. Tecumseh looking for their first run of this contest. big swinging, but misses. It's 0-1. And the pitch, foul off the screen right in front of us. Count goes to 0-2. 0-2 the count on Josh Anderson. The 0-2 pitch up high, 1-2.
Getting late in this one, so Tecumseh's going to try and have to find ways to get on base here, see if they can get something going.
That's inside, make it 2-2. Now they would love certainly to have a walk at this point in time if they can't get a hit.
Any type of base runner in these types of situations, something that can give teams a little bit of life here and see where they can go from there.
Past the pitcher, slowly to second. Will they make the play? No, he does not. Infield single, I think, would be the call for Josh Anderson. Nobody out, one on with a runner at first base. Good play.
Pitcher almost had this one, just squirts under his glove. Great
No
hustle
time
there.
for the second baseman.
Yes. Able to get a throw off, but that's a tough play, being able to try and throw across his body, and with the speed that Anderson has, tough to be able to make that play going across the diamond.
Bring up the catcher, Eric Cunningham. He was out on a pop out to third and struck out. So he's 0 for 2 on the night. Runner at first, nobody out. Bottom of the fifth. And the Thunder trail by a run. And the first pitch is outside and high. 1-0.
Tecumseh just needs that big hit right now. I don't know who's going to provide it for them. They got to start looking up and down the bench and just see what they can get going here.
Quick throw to first. Got to be careful sometimes with the left-hander on the mound, that's for sure.
Very deceptive move by Caligari. Very sharp throw to first.
He's not scared to do it either.
Definitely keeping their running game on
There's a
notice.
play
right
into
now.
center field. It's going to be a base hit. Runner will stay at second. So, back-to-back singles from the Thunder. It's first and second with nobody out, and it's going to come to the plate for Dan Warkentin.
Like a broken bat single.
The shortstop.
Take it.
Cunningham having a look at his bat, so
Dan
not using it
Warkentin.
anymore, but died a hero.
So Warkentin bats now with 2 on, nobody out, first and second. And the Thunder have a man in scoring position. And the first delivery, it's hit into right field, going back. It's past the right fielder. 1 run will score. Warkentin stays at second. Runner holds at third. A stand-up double, and everybody is safe. And this game is knotted up at 1s.
Second double of the night for Dan Workington as he hits that one to the fence in right field, gets over the head of the right fielder, Grant Malm. Collects an RBI in that play as well.
Runners now at second and third,
The
still nobody out.
designated Mitch Hoodwagner.
Mitch Hoodwagner, left-hander against the left-hander.
This is the inning that Tecumseh needs right now. They need to start building off this and try and motivate each other here.
2 on, nobody out, second and third. Swing and a miss, the catcher loses the ball. Coming home, here comes the throw. He's not even going to draw a throw, he scores. So a pass ball, and it's a tie-breaking run. It's 2-1 now in favor of Tecumseh on the pass ball.
It's a tough play there for Colborne. He's had such a great night behind the plate, and it looked like that pitch might have handcuffed him a little bit off the heel of his glove and back to the backstop. That brings Cunningham across for the second run.
And both runners advance too. The runner goes to third.
Absolutely.
And with nobody out.
We do have 1 out with Patrick Kibble strikeout earlier in the inning.
0-1 the count, 1 out, runner on third. Fly ball into center field. Light center, that's going to drop for a hit, run will score. And the Thunder take a 2-1 lead. A little confusion a bit, I think, in the outfield.
That's probably a play that would have got made if the infield was at its regular depth. BC pulled their infield in there to try and cut the run down at the plate, and Hudvenger just gets enough of that one to push it over the infield and drop it into short left center field there for an RBI.
4 straight hits for the Thunder, and they take a 2-1 lead in this one. 3-1, I should say, sorry. So it's a 3-1 lead, and now trip to the mound, the coach.
Probably just going out there to give him a bit of a breather.
And just 1 out, too.
A couple of players running down to the bullpen there, so obviously BC's going to get someone up and going.
In a hurry.
Absolutely.
Down by 2 here in the 5th. Hey, it's not like you got 4 innings to play with after this one. You've only got 2.
That's it.
Makes a big difference.
Absolutely. And this is where the pressure, the pressure point comes in now, right? Now you have a team that was up 1-0. They find themselves down 3-1 now.
The left fielder.
And then it's, you know, a little bit of a different atmosphere now, right?
And just 1 out. Lamantia, the batter, struck out and grounded to second, so he's due for a hit. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Long throw to first from the catcher. Back in time. Hidwagner. Lamantia, like I say, 0 for 2 on the night. 3 runs are scored. Hits are 6-3 now in favor of the Thunder over BC. Throw to first. Runner at first. Just 1 away. But the Thunder now lead by 2. And the pitch. Hit hard to first base. First baseman has trouble corralling it, and they're not going to make a play. Everybody is safe on a hard hit ball to first base. How would you score that?
That's a really tough play.
That was a rifle shot.
That's a hard hit ball. I mean, it's right at him, but
It would be interesting to see how they call it. Look at this on the replay. He ripped it down the right field side.
Look at it here. I don't think the camera's going to get there in time, but
no, he didn't get the initial hit. You know, on the first baseman.
Right.
So far, we're waiting to see.
I haven't seen anything go up on the scoreboard yet, but
Not trying to show bias. I think that's a hit myself. It was hit hard. And I mean hard.
It was.
Had it been, you know, a softer, like a
Now
roller.
batting for your Tecumseh Thunder, number 14, Roberto Duncan.
So Roberto Duncan is stepping up to the plate.
Duncan going to be hitting for Cam Goddard, whose evening comes to an end.
Duncan plays first base anyways, doesn't he?
Last time I saw Roberto play, he was third base, but I believe he can play both corner positions, yes.
So we're going to find out what happens after that and then the next inning. But
So I think that's the correct scoring going up there.
they put an error on there.
Hard hit ball, but I think, you know, he came very close to knocking that down and being able to make the play, so I think error
That was
the correct
really
call.
hit hard, though.
It was.
A little softer, I get it, but that was a hard hit ball.
Yeah. That's why they pay those people the big bucks to make those
And I used to be a first baseman, so I would be really ticked. I would not be amused.
No, that's definitely a tough one to have go against you for sure.
Chop foul by Duncan.
Gotta get that third base coach a glove.
Well, the Thunder have had 4 straight hits in this inning before the error to the first baseman. But they have a runner at first and second. With 1 out. Duncan hits it to the right side, but it's going foul. Count now 0-2. Ross Barker is on deck. Tecumseh would certainly like to add to their lead. Give them some cushion.
Roberto was the home run person last night for Tecumseh in the home run derby. The participant ended up in the top 5.
Wow. And he rifles it fair down the line. Just inside the line, too. 1 run will score. Is the other one coming in? Yes, he is. Here's the throw home, and he is going to be out. No, catcher drops the ball, and he's safe. And Duncan goes to third, so 2 runners score.
It's a great relay there by Team BC. Unfortunately, the ball just squeezes out of the catcher's glove at the last second on that slide in at the plate.
Jarred loose. and it's now 5-1. Duncan's at third, but I think that would probably count as a double more throw than a triple. Nevertheless, he gets 2 RBIs. Welcome to the game.
Yes, there you go.
And the Thunder lead it now 5-1. And they've scored 5 in this inning. Are we getting a pitching change?
I think we are. Yeah, that's the second trip to the mound this inning for the BC coaching staff. So we are getting a pitching change. Great look at that play there. As ball just squirts out.
Just got loose too. Otherwise, he was out.
Absolutely, he was out by a lot.
Now the Thunder have opened up a 5-1 lead. That's huge.
Yep.
That is huge in this one.
And like we talked about earlier, all it takes is that 1 or 2 hits, and then it gets contagious, right? Everyone starts seeing what's happening, and you said that ball hit down almost right on the chalk.
Yeah, very close to the line. Talk about well placed. And look how deep it went too, right to the wall.
Rattled around in the corner there a little bit.
But like you said, great throw there.
Absolutely, right on the money here.
Perfect throw. Look at that.
Yeah.
Just the collision causing the ball to get jarred loose, and the run scores.
That's bad luck. That's all that is for Team BC there. That ball just squirting out. So number 28, the new pitcher here for Coquitlam.
And that is, do we know who that is? Actually, we're getting a name for you. We have a new pitcher. Just awaiting the name on the pitcher.
So Ryan Blight from Port Moody going to be the new pitcher here for Team BC.
Blight, a right-hander, is the new pitcher here in the 5th inning, the bottom of 5.
Now pitching for Team British Columbia, number 28, Ryan Blight.
So Ryan Blight steps up to the mound, and his team trails 5-1. Tough spot to come in too.
Yeah, never easy to come in and you get runners on base. You know, you really want to work hard here now to
Especially
pick
a
up
runner
your
on
pitcher.
third too.
Absolutely.
You said you had, say, a runner on first and maybe even sometimes second or first and second. Yeah, but runner on third, they could really open up the scoring here.
Doesn't leave you much room for error.
No, exactly. So Ross Barker is the batter. 0 for 1 ground, a double play. His last time up, walked in the 2nd inning. 1-0 the count to Barker. Miles Miller is on deck. Just 1 out here in the 5th inning. And the Thunder on a rally. They've scored 5 after giving up 1 in the other team's top half of the 5th inning.
This is a big confidence builder going forward in this tournament for Tecumseh. You know, that they show that they can answer back now.
And the batter gets hit. The catcher did as well. They both got hit. Catcher got screened out, I think that's when he got hit, and then the batter got hit as well. So Barker hit by a pitch. Runners now at 1st and 3rd. Would you send him?
I mean, games like this, 5-1 is nothing. Still got 2 innings left to play. You got to play for runs here and make sure that you maintain this lead, right?
And with a new pitcher in there, maybe, and everything else, and he just hit his first batter.
Yep.
I guess a lot of that plays into that, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And I mean, you don't want to feel like you're running up the score, but for me personally, 5-1, I don't think you're really running it up at
it'd
this
be different
point
with
right now.
9 or 10-1, but
absolutely
5-1. There's, like you say, that room for let's move ahead.
Still got room for that comeback here. Coquitlam showing they can, you know, they've had Horvath in a couple of situations tonight where they've pressed the score and just haven't gotten that hit yet. But
to bring up Miles Miller, left-handed batter against the right-handed pitcher, Ryan Blight. And the pitch. Catches the outside corner for a strike, gets 0-1. Just 1 out. Pitch hit hard into right field. That is going to drop in for a single. Runner will score, and it's now 6-1. Good stroke by Miller to bring in the RBI. Duncan scores. And as mentioned, 6 straight runs for the Thunder.
Good piece of hitting there by Miller. Gets the hands through. Clubs that one to right field. That brings Roberto Duncan in from third base for the 6th run of the inning here for the Thunder.
He's going to bring up the third baseman, Patrick Kibble. He struck out twice, so he's due. And the pitch. Hits it down the right side near the first baseman. Actually, it's in the shallow right field, and the second baseman makes the play. So pop up basically to the second baseman, 2 out. Score is 6-1.
You can see the umpire pointing there, so they did determine that was a normal play, so it wasn't infield fly called. So Kibble's out automatically on that play. Runners could advance there if they wanted to, but
chose not to.
Both decided to stay where they were.
Runners at first and second, 2 out. And the pitch. It's low, 1-0. One and 0 to Anderson. It is Anderson, right? I believe it's Anderson. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, back to the top of the order for Josh Anderson now.
Who's 2 for 3? Counts now 2-0.
Single and a double tonight for Anderson so far. Scored a run.
Like his last 2 ties up, he's had a hit, so he's had a good night.
That's right.
The 2-0 pitch in tight. Make it 3-0. So it's 3-0 on Anderson.
Anderson out of Ajax, Ontario.
Pitching for a strike, 3-1. He's taking all the way.
Good fastball there from Blight.
Thunder have had 8 hits here tonight. Just 3 for British Columbia. As mentioned, we're in the bottom of the 5th, and it's been an uprising. 6 straight runs so far by the Thunder to break this game wide open. It's 6-1. The 3-1 pitch. Strike 2, and the count is full. So, full count. 2 outs, 2 on.
Runner's going to be on the move here on the pitch.
Here's the payoff pitch, down and away, and he walked him.
The big inning going to continue here for the Tecumseh Thunder as they'll send their 12th batter of the inning up here with Eric Cunningham coming up.
And the base is loaded. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Ground ball hit hard, right through the first baseman. That's going to drive in 2 runs at least. And does. 2 runs score. It's I believe it's going to be a single. 2 RBIs for Cunningham. And it's 8-1. And this is starting to become a run.
Yeah, they've broken it open here a little bit now. Again, good piece of hitting there by Cunningham. I don't know if that one's going to go down as a hit or an error. Again, that's a very playable ball. It just looked like the first baseman waited back.
That one I thought was playable.
The shortstop, number 16.
We'll wait and see. So far, I marked it down as a hit, but I'm looking possibly. I think they're going to call it an error.
I think that's the right call.
And I would agree on that one. So, but it brings in 2 runs, nevertheless, 2 unearned runs. Runners at first and third, and 2 away. Swing and a miss.
Good hack there from Workington.
Yeah, Workington. A good swing. Counts 1-1.
Good night for Dan as well, 2 for 2. Got a pair of doubles, an RBI and a run scored.
Also hit by a pitch, so he's been involved. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on and to short. And they do the force out to end the inning, but before that, a lot of damage. 8 runs. How many hits did you say it was? There were a few in that inning.
Just going back and counting here now.
6 hits, according to the scores. There was only 2 before the inning, so the score is now 8-1 as we go into the top of the 6th inning. There's another great shot there.
Absolutely beautiful night sky here.
Sunset and everything else into the night sky.
And 2 runners left.
But the Tecumseh Thunder, look at this on the replay.
We're at the bottom of 5. The Tecumseh Thunder lead this game by a score of 8-1.
That they were going to. There's a look at the crowd, and a good one, as we talked about before.
An excellent crowd here tonight.
A real good crowd.
Impressed.
Look at our location.
We are up here again.
There you go.
And the official Sunflower Seed of Baseball Canada. Bringing big and bold flavor to sunflower seeds. Base is available online.
Figured there's probably a lot of people watching that were watching the stream that I had going today out at Woodsley. Just want to take the opportunity to thank them for joining in today. Had some big crowds there. I know in the first game was Quebec and New Brunswick, probably had close to 300 people checking in. So
great stuff.
Great to see so many people taking interest in this year's Men's Canadian National Tournament. So
Horvath will carry on. That's a look at our scoreboard. Look at the score. They have now 9 hits.
Yep. Big number there in the bottom of the 5th for the Thunder. 8 runs on 9 hits, no errors.
Actually, it was 8 runs, 7 hits in that inning, too.
Yeah, it was a big
inning.
We
talked about a possible big inning, and look what happened.
Like I said, it's contagious. Goes one hit after the other, and things like that it snowballs.
So Horvath will start the 6th inning. He's still in it. He's allowed 3 hits.
The center fielder, number 25, Darren Honeystead.
Columbia 2 errors in the last inning too. That didn't help.
Yeah, and they're both very tough plays. Tough plays. Darren Honeystead up here for Coquitlam. 0 for 2 tonight, a pair of flyouts.
Followed by Anderson and Malm. As mentioned, he's out for 2 on the night. Lefty against the righty. The 0-1 pitch. Outside, 1-1.
Tecumseh starter Chris Horvath back out for his 6th inning of work. Looks very sharp tonight, working on the hill.
The 1-1 pitch. Off speed outside, it's 2-1. Didn't allow a hit in his first 3 innings. He's allowed 3 in his last 2. But he did get out of a jam in the last inning, so let's see what he does here in inning number 6. On the 2-1 pitch, swung on and hit into right center field. The center fielder looks like he's got a beat on it, and he's going to make the play. Miles Miller with the catch in center field.
Covers a lot of ground out there. A couple of steps to the right there, able to make that catch, as we're going to see here on the replay. Good piece there from Honeystead, but Miller able to glide over, camp under that one.
Easy
makes the
play.
catch for the first out.
Going to bring up Nolan Anderson, who's 0 for 2 on the night. Ground out the third and flew out the left. Horvath with a pitch wide, it's 1-0. 1-0 the count. Swinging. Look out. Foul.
It's the second time today I've seen that netting in front of the dugout save a few players. Happened earlier today in the Manitoba-Saskatchewan game. First batter of the game for Saskatchewan. An absolute missile towards the dugout, caught the netting.
There's a swing and a miss. Catcher didn't get it, but nevertheless, it's 1-2. So 1-2 the count on Nolan Anderson.
Nolan, a former Ontario guy, played here for the Ilderton River Hawks for a little while. I'm sure some of his boys are watching this game tonight.
Look out. I thought it hit him. Did it hit him or did it hit the bat?
Umpire saying it hit him in the back of the hand. Definitely get a look at that one, see what happens.
Get a look at this, I hope.
Umpire going to give the explanation here to Jamie Kell.
The right fielder, number 10, Grant Ball.
Getting a real good look at Nolan Anderson's hand there.
So, a runner on first is the second hit batsman tonight from Horvath. Runner on first, one out for Grant Malm. Strikeout and a double, time is called. Top of 6, 8-1 is our score as this game has been busted open by the Thunder. In inning number 5, they allowed 1 run in the 5th, and on their own 8th inning, 5th inning, it got 8 runs. And the pitch. Good pitch, too. Took something off it.
Good change up there from Horvath again. Keeping the middle of the order here on their toes, mixing speeds. It's always important.
0-1 the count. The Malm. And the pitch. Sliced foul way down the left side. Way out of play. Counts 0-2.
And we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, Grant Malm was this year's Home Run Derby champion.
So you've got to be careful pitching to him then.
Absolutely.
He's got some power.
He put on quite the power display last night. It was impressive to watch.
And the 0-2 pitch. Swung on it again. He almost put it in the same spot. On the left side of the ballpark. Way out of play. Just towards the food truck, I think.
I'm sure all the kids are getting a workout here tonight. I've seen a whole bunch of kids scampering around going after foul balls. So BC team seems to be keeping them busy.
Count remains 0-2. Runner at first. 1 out. And the pitch. Strike 3 call. Got him. He probably thought it was low, but it's a strike call. Second time he struck out tonight. Gets caught looking. 2 out. 1 on. That's going to bring up Matt Clay.
Number 27, Matthew Clay.
Matthew Clay is 0 for 2 for the night. Struck out his last time up. Also ground out the first in the second inning. So again, he's 0 for 2. 2 out, 1 on. We're getting late into this contest. We're here in the 6th inning. Top of 6. Fouled off the screen right near us. Counts 0-1.
9th strikeout of the evening for Horvath.
That's impressive.
It is very impressive.
I figured he might hit double digits. Good chance.
Don't see any action right now in the Tecumseh bullpen, so Chris is the type of guy that he's probably telling Jamie, I want to finish this one, so.
And here's the pitch. Chopped to short. Flipped to second, and that retires the side. Easy play. Warkington, and he flipped it to Anderson to end the inning. No runs, no hits, and no errors. And the score as we go to the bottom of the 6th, it's 8-1 Tecumseh. Here on We Digital.
No errors.
Every child should learn how to swim for health, for safety, and for fun. That's why we've started Canada's Swim Team. Learn to swim at least 25 meters on your own, and you're on the team. Canada's Swim Team. It's that easy. Help make us the world's largest swim team by adding your name at getswimming.ca. Ask your parents first. Swimming, the only sport that can save your life.
Like our champions, we know what it takes to win. Every day we put on our uniforms and we strive to be the best. Ring after ring, we keep practicing until it becomes second nature. Our craftsmen have put in thousands of hours to master their trade. And when things get tough, we make the adjustments needed to stay on top. Baron Championship rings. This is who we are.
So as you mentioned, Blight pitching his second inning now.
Yeah, Blight back into his second inning of work now, taking over from Sean Caligari, starter tonight for the Coquitlam Angels from BC. We were just talking about during the break there that, had really well into the fifth inning, and then kind of wheels just fell off a little bit, but up until that point he was throwing
He's pretty solid
really,
now.
really well.
The designated hitter, number 25, Mitch Hoodwagner.
So Mitch Hoodwagner steps up to the plate. He's 1 for 2 on the night with an RBI. He's also walked. We're in the bottom half of the sixth inning. 0-1 count off the offerings of Ryan Blight. Lefty against the righty. Pitch is swung on and fouled way back. Count is 1-1. Also, had mentioned during the break too with you, Dan, is that with the pitcher Horvath has struck out, as you mentioned, 9 batters.
9 batters through 6 innings.
And only 2 of them haven't struck out at least once of the 9 guys in the lineup. There's a ball hit into deep right field, but on the run, and a good, nice running catch.
Nice catch there by Grant Malm. Got a really good
By
read
Malm.
off that off the bat. Able to get to the spot and make the catch there for the first out of the inning.
Ball was well hit.
Absolutely.
The left fielder, number 4, Paul Lamancia.
Paul Lamancia, the left fielder, steps up to the plate. 0 for 3 on the night. Struck out, ground out the second, safe on an error. So he's looking for his first hit. Goes wide right on the foul ball. 0-1. Native of Tecumseh. I'm sure he's familiar with this ballpark.
Played a few games here, yep.
And the 0-1 pitch. Curve is outside. It's 1-1.
Batter and umpire playing hot potato there with the ball at home plate.
And the pitch, again, fouled off and away. 1-2 the count. Slice foul. Count remains 1-2. So hanging in there. Is Lamantia. Again, looking for his first hit of the night. Curve ball. Shortstop makes the play. The lone throw to first, and he gets him. 2 up and 2 down in the 6th inning.
Good play there by Sam Aslanowicz.
First baseman, number 14,
Able to pick that one up.
He's going to bring up Roberto Duncan, who came into the game as a pinch batter, playing first base into the field. Double his last time up and brought in 2 runs. Pivotal part of this game.
Yeah, that kind of got things going a little bit for Tecumseh. Part of that big 8-run 5th inning.
We're going to be back here tomorrow for 4 more games that will be broadcast throughout the course of the day. Yours truly will actually be here for the first 2.
Yep.
So I'm looking forward to those.
I will be out in Woodsley again, bringing all the action from out there. And again, they have a full slate of 4 games out there as well, too, starting at 9 a.m. So again, folks looking for that stream is CABC Baseball. You'll be able to catch all the action from Woodsley. And of course, the We Digital team here doing a fantastic job at Bert Lacasse all day today, and they'll be here for obviously throughout the course of the tournament.
Mm-hmm. The 3-1 pitch, and he walked him. So Duncan, who had a double his first time up, gets a walk in this one. 1 on, 2 out.
Number 13, Ross Barker.
Give bring up Ross Barker. He's 0 for 1 officially, ground into a double play. He has also walked and has been hit by a pitch. So a runner at first, 2 out. Ball hit sharply. Nice play by the shortstop. Long throw to first, and he gets him.
Wow, what a play.
Great play.
Sam Izlanowicz again, play up the middle, able to spin and fire an absolute seed to first base, as we're going to see here on the replay. Barker gets out of the box pretty good there, but that's an excellent play. Play took him into short center field.
No runs, no hits. Actually, yes, no runs, no hits, and no errors. Scores, we go into the top half of the 7th inning. Tecumseh leads it over British Columbia 8-1. And there's a beautiful picture in the evening here in the Canadian Men's Senior Baseball Championship 2024. Bill Kelso and Dan Etze here. And Dan, it's been a joy to work with you. Just had a great time so far.
Yeah, it's been a blast. It's been a blast.
So we get into the 7th inning. Last chance for British Columbia to get back into this one, and it's going to give me a long road back. Horvath remains on the mound. So he's going to try and get a complete game out of this one.
And knowing Chris for as many years as I've known him, that's no surprise. He'll want to finish what he started, and at the same time, it helps to save some arms for the Tecumseh club as well, too. They're going to have a busy day tomorrow and Saturday.
David Cron is the batter, the second baseman. First pitch is in for a strike. It's 0-1. Strike 2, good pitch. Oh, and 2, the count to Cron. Strike 3 call, got him. Right down the pipe. Pretty good strikeout there, delivered there.
That's double digits for Chris Horvath tonight, his 10th strikeout on the evening, which is pretty impressive.
He's been pitching a masterpiece.
Absolutely.
Has allowed just 3 hits so far. And he's going to face Mitch Jackman, who has struck out twice so far. Cron also has struck out twice, his last batter. And the first pitch. In for a strike. Well, he's throwing nothing but strikes right now. He just wants to get this thing done.
And that's, as a pitcher, you want to work ahead. Work ahead, keep the pressure on the team that's down, right? And that's, again, veteran guy doing veteran things on the mound.
The 0-1 pitch. Just outside and low, make it 1-1.
And as much as it's Chris throwing the baseball, I credit a lot of his success tonight to Eric Cunningham behind the plate too, who's done a great job calling an excellent game back there for the veteran righty as well.
Another strike, 1-2. He is really in his zone.
Absolutely. Like I said, this is big game Chris. He's been on this stage before, and not only has he been on this stage, he wants the ball in these games, and
stronger the last 2 innings instead of weaker.
Absolutely.
The 1-2 pitch. Slow roller to second. It's going to be a tough play to throw the first, and he gets him. Good play. Anderson with the throw to first baseman Duncan. 2 up and 2 down. And British Columbia is down to their last batter. Here
you get a pinch hitter
in the 7th inning, and we're going to get a pinch batter. See if we can get the name for you. So it's going to be number 22 as the pinch hitter. Sam
Siddle.
Siddle is the batter, a right-handed batter against the right-handed pitcher. 2 out, nobody on. 8-1 our score. There's a strike. He has, for the most part, thrown nothing but strikes this inning. Siddle from Vancouver, BC. 0-1 the count. The 0-1 pitch. Just a little bit up high and inside. It's 1-1. Well, Mr. Horvath has certainly taken the bull by the horns in this one.
Mm-hmm.
Pitches up high, make it 2-1. 2-1 the count.
Cunningham trying to calm him down a little bit. He's probably got a lot of adrenaline going through him here right now as he knows he's close to the finish line.
Mm-hmm. The 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss, make it 2-2.
Team BC down to their last strike here.
Mm-hmm. 2-2, 2 outs, 8-1 our score, top of the 7th. And Horvath is trying to finish things off right here, right now. The tall right-hander. And he kicks and deals. Fouled away behind the screen above us. Count remains 2-2. Two and two to Siddle. Down to the last out is Team British Columbia. And Horvath the pitch. Just outside, it's 3-2. That was close.
That corner just missed.
So the count is full. And we get time as the batter pulls out. Three and two the count. 2 out. Top of the 7th. And the payoff pitch. Fouled away. Count remains 3-2. Payoff pitch again. Strike three, gets him. Finishes the game on a strikeout. And the Tecumseh Thunder win this one 8-1. He is the player of today's game, by the way.
Not a surprise there.
11 strikeouts.
Not a surprise there. What a great outing there from Chris Horvath.
He'll be presented with a souvenir bat from Backyard Bat Company. So the final score of this one, Tecumseh wins it 8-1 with a runaway win.
That's the way you want to start off a tournament right there, especially as the host team. A little bit touch and go there for a while, but the bats finally came around, and kudos to Chris Horvath. He put his team on his back tonight and went out there and absolutely dealt on the mound, which was great to see.
Horvath being announced by the public address announcer Mark Knight as the player of the game, and he certainly pitched a masterpiece.
Absolutely.
3 hits and 1 run that he gave out, and then more importantly, or just as much, 11 strikeouts, but great command of his pitches.
And that's what's important at this level. You change speeds early, kind of get everyone off balance, and that's what you need to be successful at this level. Getting a big hug there as he receives his trophy bat, looking up at us here now.
There's your player of the game, Chris Horvath. Congratulations, Chris. Thanks again for being here at Berkeley Park. This is beautiful, beautiful.
They'll be having a press conference momentarily. I think we'll be carrying that with the managers as well as the most valuable player.
I think so, yes.
So we'll go down there in a moment. We'll wait for our signal.
Tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock, first pitch. Have a good night, everybody. Have a safe drive home.
So that is the story here. And Tecumseh wins it 8-1. We're going to pause and we're going to come right back and we'll have our post-game interviews. We'll be right back.
Every child should learn how to swim for health, for safety, and for fun. That's why we've started Canada's Swim Team. Learn to swim at least 25 meters on your own and you're on the team. Canada's Swim Team. It's that easy. Help make us the world's largest swim team by adding your name at getswimming.ca. Ask your parents first. Swimming, the only sport that can save your life.
Like our champions, we know what it takes to win. Every day we put on our uniforms and we strive to be the best. Ring after ring, we keep practicing until it becomes second nature. Our craftsmen have put in thousands of hours to master their trade. And when things get tough, we make the adjustments needed to stay on top. Baron Championship rings. This is who we are.
So we are back here at Lacoste Park. Again, I'll look at our final score, 8-1. We're going to go downstairs with our post-game press conference and interview also with the game's best player.
Thanks a lot, Bill. Down here at field level, our post-game report. Want to thank Coach Jeff Honeysett, Chris Horvath, and Jamie Kell of the Tecumseh Thunder for joining us. Coach Honeysett, I want to come to you first. Obviously, you're playing the home team of this tournament. Boy, I don't know if there's a tougher way to start your schedule here, but how tough was that for your squad?
Yeah, it was a tough inning, really. One tough inning. The rest of it, we were in there. I thought maybe the umpire was a little bit on the home team side, not giving us many corners of the plate. But we got to get more than 3 hits to win in this tournament. I know that. You know, we need more than 3 hits per game to get anywhere near winning. One run wasn't going to do it, and the boys knew that. And everything that could went wrong. You know, we had a couple bad reads in the outfield and a couple of errors in the infield, and our pitcher fell on one defensive play that he couldn't get to, and you know, and next thing you know, five hits from them in that inning, and the next thing you know, it's 8-1. You know, that's the way it goes.
A lot happens in a short period of time, Coach Honeysett, with this. You know, you travel from British Columbia, time adjustment, things like that. How tough has that been to adjust to that, and how will you prepare for it for your next game?
Well, I think it'll be a short leash on the boys tonight. Not let them go out too long, and let them get some more sleep, because a lot of guys flew in only this morning and are still working on like 3 or 4 hours sleep. Obviously, our bodies think it's over. It's midnight now, and yeah, that's tough. But you know, I want to congratulate the pitcher. He did a great job, great throwing, threw hard all game, and made it tough on our hitters.
Appreciate the time here tonight, Coach. Good luck the rest of the way. Coach Jamie Kell of the Tecumseh Thunder joins us as well. Coach Kell, congratulations on the victory, first of all. On the flip side, from Coach Honeysett, obviously you're the home team hosting this thing. Huge crowd here tonight, loud, anxious. How did you keep the guys and their nerves down and not to just overthink this?
Yeah, absolutely. We had a conversation before the game that, game one of the big tournament here, we know there's a lot of people coming out to watch. There's going to be a lot of nerves, and I think it showed, for the first 4 innings, that, nervous at bats, not let alone that left-handed pitcher for BC. What a pitcher! Can't get enough of him. He battled out there and so hats off to him. But I told these guys, we've been here before. We know the situation. Every inning counts, and just keep everything in check and keep your nerves in check. And we always told them, you're not going to play up in these games. You're never going to play always in baseball. You're not going to have runs that you're up. You're not going to play when you're down. So I said, just make it the way you do it.
With that said, Coach, they score the first run of the game, and it's a pitcher's duel at that point. I mean, both pitchers are just, doing their job, and you get down that one run, and I know a lot of people mentioned, boy, this could be the difference here. It was that tight at that point. The response from your team in that last half of the inning, obviously a huge response, and really, what did you think of that, and were you surprised at all?
Not surprised. Again, like I told these guys, you're never going to play baseball always up 2, 3, 4 runs. So I told them, even if we're down 1 run, 2 run, 3 runs, every inning is a different at bat. You got to flip the switch to get to the next inning. So I think that's what we needed when we were down 1 run. I think we knew that we had to come out here and flip the switch, and nerves were kind of gone by then. Got to that 5th inning, and again, some lucky bounces and some big hits out there.
Quick comment, Coach Kell. Chris Horvat, your pitcher.
Absolutely. It's been a horse for our team, from this whole year and in the past. He's been in these situations. He's been picked up by teams to go to these types of tournaments. I think he's been our number 1 pitcher since, for the past 5-6 years. Anytime he's gone to these tournaments, he's the number 1 guy to get out there. Again, nerves of steel. He's been in the situation, and I think he proved it tonight. Brings out his A game.
With that said, Chris Horvat, the player of the game. Chris, tell us about getting the nod here tonight to start the tournament for Tecumseh, and how much of the experience factor helped you in prepping for this game.
Yeah, so to be able to get the opportunity to lead off the tournament at home, it was an honor. I mean, I know all the work that Coach Kell especially and everybody around here has put into this facility, and we've been trying for years to host the national tournament, so to be able to get the ball game 1 at home at this beautiful ballpark was an absolute honor.
Talk to me about your performance, though, Chris, and you obviously got into a pretty good groove right away. You held them down to very little hits, and how good did you feel out there, and did you think you could perform that well?
When I go out there, I just try and take it like pitch by pitch, inning by inning, batter by batter as well, and I felt pretty good. I felt like my fastball was coming out pretty good. I struggled a little bit with my curveball. I just felt like I was sticking to the strengths, and our catcher Eric Cunningham, he calls like a immaculate game every time we're out there. So to have him behind the dish gives a pitcher a ton of confidence. So he makes it easy for me, for sure.
Obviously, some momentum to build from this game going into your next game tomorrow afternoon. How much will that help build towards it?
Yeah, I definitely hope it builds some momentum, but I mean, that's one win out of, 5 or 6 that we need to win this thing. I mean, we're here to win the last game on Sunday, not just tonight. So, it's a great start, but a long road ahead of us for sure.
All right, gentlemen, congratulations on getting here. Congratulations on the win tonight. Coach, again, best of luck to you the rest of the way. Maybe you'll see them down the road here, who knows? But there you go. So, but thank you for providing us with great baseball for sure. It's been outstanding, and continued success with that. Guys, that's it from down here. I'll let Bill and Dan wrap things up upstairs.
Dan, some final words before we part the scene?
I mean, that's a big win for a host team here to get off and going on the right foot. And I think Chris hit the nail right on the head. When you're playing in front of your fans at home, you're playing to win 5 or 6 games. You're not just playing to win 1 game. So that's obviously a great start for them. And now they have to build that momentum going into Friday, and then obviously playoff Saturday for sure. But I think Chris definitely got them going on the right foot here, and it's a great sign to see the bats going for Tecumseh early, and hopefully that carries on throughout the tournament.
Well, thank you, Dan. That is the story from here. For Bill Kelso and Dan Etsy and the rest of the crew here at We Digital. We will see you tomorrow starting at 10 a.m. on We Digital. Good night, everyone. Thanks for watching.
Good night.